As what you can see the title here, our topic is about noun clauses today. So before we talk about what noun clauses are, we have to distinguish three words very clearly. The first word is word, and the second word is phrase, and the third word is clause. So what is word? Word means a singular word. Okay, for example, boy is a word, a is a word, happy is a word. So we say a singular word as a word. So for phrases, okay, for phrase, or if we have an s here, it is pronounced as phrases. What is phrases? For example, it means a combination of words. For example, a happy boy. A happy boy is a phrase, okay, or a happy boy can also be a phrase. But if you say just a boy here, boy means a word. So you have to make sure you know what is a word or a phrase. For example, if I say, oh, I saw a beautiful girl. In this sentence, if I'm asking you, is I a word? Yes, I is a word. And is saw a word? Yes, saw is a word. How about a? A is also a word, okay? Beautiful is also a word, and girl is also a word. But for the phrase, a beautiful girl, this is not a word. This is a phrase, okay? This is a phrase. So let's look at one more sentence. My stomach hurts. Okay, it means 胃痛 in Chinese. So my stomach hurts. If you look at the word my is a word, and then if you look at the word stomach, okay, stomach is also a word. If you just look at the word hurts, it is also a word. But if you look at the whole part here, my stomach, okay, my stomach, this is a phrase, okay, this is a phrase. So I guess now you know what is called a word or what is called a phrase. Apart from a word and a phrase, we can also add a clause into an SVO. What I mean, okay, let's look at here. For example, Mr. Chen, I don't understand your words. Okay, let me ask you a question. What is a word here? Words is a word, okay? And your words is a phrase, okay? Your word is a phrase, okay? Phrase in Chinese means 评语. So, I don't understand your words means I don't understand what you said, okay, or what you say. Okay, look at this sentence. This is what I'm going to teach you today, okay? I don't understand what you said. What you said here, okay? What you said here is a clause, okay? To be exact, it is a noun clause. This is a noun clause. Okay, let me try two more sentences. The first is I really want to know who stole my mobile phone. Okay, I guess the meaning is very easy to you. Look at this sentence. I really want to know who stole my mobile phone. If I ask you, is there any clause inside this sentence? Okay, can you find a clause for me? Or you can divide the sentence into three parts. The first part is the subject. Okay, I is the subject here, and then want to know here is the verb. Okay, and then can you see this part? This part is what we call a noun clause. A noun clause here. Okay, the whole thing is a noun. It means the whole thing is a noun. In the past, when we learned English, okay, we usually say a girl is a noun, my stomach is a noun, your words is a noun. But today, we can say the whole thing here. Who stole my car? Sorry, who stole my mobile phone here? The whole thing is a noun, and we call this thing as a noun clause. 名詞子句. Okay, so maybe let's look at one more sentence. I think that Mr. Chen is smart. Okay, for this sentence, can you see I is the subject of the sentence, and then you can see think is the verb of the sentence. So how about that Mr. Chen is smart? Okay, here the whole part, okay, the whole thing here is also a noun clause. Okay, and then so we will learn what noun clauses are actually in this video. I will try to make you understand the whole thing. So this is also a noun clause. Okay, if everything is clear, okay, let's learn what noun clauses are. In fact, there are two types of noun clause. Okay, the first thing is what we call the th or that clause. Okay, that clause is one of the noun clause. Okay, it means I'm going to teach you two types of noun clauses. Okay, I'm going to teach you two types of noun clauses, and then that clause is one of them. Okay, that clause is one of the noun clauses. If you see, there is a pattern which is that SVO inside a sentence. Okay, it is usually a noun clause. So let's look at this example. I think that. Also, this example, Mr. Chen is smart, or I think that Mr. Chen is handsome. Okay, so look at this sentence. Can you see there is a word that here? Okay, when you write down that here and then you start with a new sentence, okay, and then you start with a new sentence here. This is a new sentence, okay, after that. So we can say this is this part. What's wrong here? Okay, this part that Mr. Chen is handsome is a noun clause. So what I mean is, if you look at the whole sentence, okay, if you look at the whole sentence, I here, okay, I is the subject of the sentence. Okay, I is the subject of the sentence, and think. Okay, the word think here, think is the main verb or main verb of the sentence. And then I just told you that Mr. Chen is handsome. This thing, the whole thing is a noun clause. So we can regard this as a noun. Okay, we can regard this as a noun. And then this is the object of the sentence. So here comes a conclusion, that is a noun clause can act as an object of a sentence. So this is the first concept about that clause. So for the second sentence, I'm going to show you that is that Mr. Chen is smart is known among students. Okay, it means a lot of students know Mr. Chen is very smart. So look at this sentence. Can you see the subject of this sentence? Okay, you can see, oh, that here, and then a complete sentence. So the whole thing here, okay, the whole thing here is a noun. Okay, this is what we call a noun clause. And in this case, the noun clause is not an object like the above sentence. Okay, here the noun clause is a subject. So you can learn one more concept. A noun clause can act as a subject of a sentence. And then look at the main verb here. So this is the main verb of our sentence. Okay, main verb. And then some student may ask, how about is here? How about is here? This is what we call that a subordinate verb. Okay, subordinate verb. But I think you don't have to remember or memorize the name. You just need to be able to distinguish which verb is the main verb, and that is fine. So this is subordinate verb, and then this is also a subordinate verb. Okay, let's try one more thing. Mr. Chen said that the test was challenging. Okay, can you tell me in this sentence, can you find out a noun clause here? Can you find out a noun clause here? Okay, let me give you 3 seconds. Okay, so I think you can do it. That is that the test was challenging. This is the noun clause of the sentence. So because you can see that here and a complete sentence here, the test was challenging. So it means when there is a complete sentence and then we add that before the complete sentence, the whole thing can become a noun. Okay, so this is what we call a noun clause. So for the whole sentence, you can see Mr. Chen is the subject of the sentence, and said here is the main verb. Okay, said, the word said here is the main verb of the sentence. In the later part, that the test was challenging, this is what we call it a noun clause. Okay, this noun clause is also object of the sentence, okay, and objects of the sentence. So I hope this is clear to you. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Now let's move on to the second concept of noun clause. The first concept is about that clause. So next time when you see this pattern, okay, there is a complete sentence, SB or SVO, and then there is a that here. The whole thing is a noun, okay. This is what we call the noun clause. You can look at this sentence. This is what we call a noun clause. I keep saying this, but can you understand what I mean? This is the second thing I'm going to teach you. This is what we call a noun clause. What we call a noun clause is a noun clause. Okay, I'm not sure if you can understand, but if you cannot, it's fine. I'm going to explain to you. So the second noun clause, second type of noun clause is called it WH noun clause. Okay, this is the second thing I'm going to teach you. So what the pattern of this noun clause is, we usually say we usually have a WH word, and then we have a subject and an object a subject and a verb in the pattern, or WH word and then V and O in the pattern. The whole thing can be a noun clause. Okay, let me show you an example. For example, I just gave you an example, which is I don't understand what you said. Okay, can you see this sentence? There is a part called what you said. Okay, in this part, you is a subject. Okay, you is a subject, and then said is a verb. The whole thing, what you said, is a noun clause. In Chinese, it means I really don't understand what you said. It means 我唔明你講啲乜喎，你講嘅嘢。Okay, so I don't understand what you said. Here, it means if you don't want to use a noun clause, you can use a phrase here. I don't understand your words. So this is an alternative to show the same meaning. I don't understand what you said. I make use of a noun clause here, and for this sentence, I just make use of a phrase here. So this is another type of noun clause. Let me show you one more. I wonder how much the camera costs. So for this sentence, I is the subject of the sentence. Wonder is the main verb of the sentence. So this part, how much the camera costs. How much is a WH word? I guess you know this. And then the camera is a subject, and cost here is a verb. So in Chinese, the sentence mean 我感到奇怪啦，個相機值幾多錢呢？ For this sentence, how much the camera cost? The whole thing is a noun clause here. Okay, the whole thing is a noun clause here. So for the sentence, I is the subject, wonder is a verb, and then how much the camera cost is the object of the sentence. So we have to understand what is noun clause. Okay, so apart from being an object of the sentence, a noun clause can also be a subject of a sentence. For example, let me use the same thing. How much the camera cost is unknown to all of us. Okay, here, how much the camera cost, the whole thing is a noun. Okay, it's a noun clause. The whole thing is a noun clause, and then the main verb is here. Okay, is here. So it means that all of us do not know how much the camera costs. If we don't want to use a noun clause here, we can use a non-noun phrase that is the cost of the camera. Okay, is unknown to all of us. So in this sentence, the cause here is a noun. Okay, it's a noun. But the cause in the above sentence is a verb. This whole thing, how much the camera cost is a noun clause, because you can see the pattern. The pattern WH and then SV or WHVO. In this case, it is a WH and then S and V. Okay, the camera is the S here and cost here is the verb. So the whole thing is a noun clause, but in this case, we only have the cause, the noun here, but we do not have subject and verb in this part. So we cannot say this is a noun clause. We can only say this is a noun phrase. Okay, so let's look at one more example. Like what he said is all rubbish. So can you see through this sentence what he said? Okay, this part, can you see that this is the pattern of WH and then subject? Okay, he is the subject here and then said is the verb here. So for this whole thing, what he said is the subject of the whole sentence because it is a noun clause. Okay, or you can say this is a WH noun clause. What he said is a noun clause and then is here is a verb. Okay, let me give you a summary. There are two types of noun clauses. Okay, the first is that clause. Okay, that clause is one of the noun clauses. So that clause means if you see a pattern that is that SVO, and then SVO here is the complete sentence. Okay, it's a complete sentence. The whole thing is a noun clause. And for WH noun clause, if you see the pattern WH and then SV or WHVO, the whole thing is also a noun clause. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. That's all for this video.